Hello, students. Should stay at home, stay safe. We all are praying for your good health. This is a video for class 7. In this video, we are going to do the revision of chapter number 1, Introduction to Topographical Maps, and we are also going to deal with the question answer. So listen to this video very carefully. This video is going to be very important for all the students of class 7 because we are going to revise the chapter and we are going to deal with the question answer. Students, you have to write the question answer on your notebook. In the last video, I have already told you about the objective question and their answer. So let's start the revision. We will do the question answer next. A topographical or a survey map is a large scale map showing a great details of a small area with the help of specific colors and fixed set of symbols called the conventional symbols. We have already understood about the topographical map that it gives a large information. It helps in many ways. Topographical maps helps us to visualize the shape of the ground in a region. What we can understand, what are the things we can see on the topographical map, and what are the things we can understand on the topographical map. It is mountain, valleys, slopes, lakes, rivers, streams, wooded and cleared areas, roads, trails, railways, buildings, power transmission lines, international, provincial, territorial, administrative, building boundaries, and place names, water features names, landforms names. All these things we can see on the topographical map. So you can turn the page on your book and come to page number 2. Purpose of a topographical map. A topographical map is generally used as a base map. What is base map? A base map helps to draw other types of maps. What are the other types of map? Like political map, physical map. So what it tells that topographical map is very helpful for drawing other maps, and it is also very helpful for the government agencies in urban planning. We'll talk about contour method. We'll understand contour lines and contour interval. Contour lines connects places of equal elevation on a topo sheet. It is very helpful to understand the height of the ground. So students, if you understand the height of the ground on a map, it is very helpful if you are going through that if you are going to that area. It is very helpful for the hikers and climbers, and it is very helpful to understand the height of the road, hills, or the mountains. Contour lines gives several information. The spacing between contours helps determine the elevation if the lines are closer to each other. It represents a steep slope, means steep slopes it is very difficult to come down and climb. If the lines are far apart, if it has little space, it denotes a gentle slope or a flat terrain. So it is very easy to climb and come down. We'll talk about contour interval. So if the interval is uh, closer, then we'll get the steeper slopes. If the interval is very large, if it has a large gap, then we will see that the slopes are very gentle. So through the contour lines, if they are very close to each other, we can understand that the slopes are very steep. If they are far apart, we can understand they have the gentle slope. We will talk about use of colors in topographical map. Colors are used to depict different type of physical, economic, and cultural features. There are different colors used: black, blue, green, yellow, white, and brown, red. All different colors gives different information. Sign and symbols used on a topographical map, you can see on the screen. You can also see page number 4. There are different signs given in the right side of the page, and we can understand many things seeing on the map. We will talk about scale. There are different types of scale: representative fraction, linear graphical scale, verbal scale. Representative fraction has a formula that is there on the screen. Left side, RF equals to distance on a map by distance on the ground. So it is very helpful to understand the distance on the ground with the help of the distance on the map. Linear and graphical scale is also very helpful to understand the distance between two places. Verbal scale are also called statement scale. What is statement scale? Means it is clearly written in words. 1 centimeter distance on the map is equals to 25 kilometer distance on the ground, and it represents as 1 centimeter ratio 25 kilometer. What it indicates? It indicates that if there is 1 centimeter on the map, then it will be equivalent to 25 kilometer on the ground. We will talk about different methods of measuring distance. We have first, along a straight line, a ruler is used to measure distance between two points on a map. So if you want to know the distance between 2 points, very easy. If it is straight line, we can use the ruler and we can know the distance on the ground with the help of the straight line method. Or if suppose there are curved lines, then we'll have to use divider method or twine method. With the help of string, we will come to know about the distance on the map, or with the help of the divider we'll come to know about the distance on the map, and we will calculate it and we will easily come to know about the distance on the ground. So as we can see on the screen, the exercise, we have given a quick revision, and through this quick revision we can recall the chapter, and let's deal with the exercise. After dealing with the chapter, it will be easy for us to understand the exercise. Fill in the blanks and match the following. State whether true or false. I have already discussed in the last video. In this video I am going to discuss with give geographical reasons. Question number E. The first question, why are colors used in a map? So the answer I am going to speak. Colors are used to depict different types of physical, economic, and cultural features. It would be difficult to interpret a map if colors are not used. Once again, I am going to repeat the answer. Colors are used to depict different types of physical, economic, and cultural features. Full stop. It would be difficult to interpret a map if colors are not used. Question number 2. How do contour lines help determine the elevation of a point on a map? So the answer I'm going to tell you. The spacing between contour helps determine the elevation. If the lines are closer to each other, it represents a steep slope. Full stop. If the lines are far apart, it denotes a gentle slope or a flat terrain. So we are doing the question answer. You can see it on the screen. Once again I'm going to repeat it for you. Question number 2. The spacing between contour helps determine the elevation. If the lines are closer to each other, it represents a steep slope. If the lines are far apart, it denotes a gentle slope or a flat terrain. We'll come to the next question. Why are symbols used in a topographical map? Symbols used in topographical map. Why are symbols used in topographical map? I'm going to tell you the answer, and I'm going to speak the answer for you. A symbol represents a specific feature or an object on topographical sheets. Full stop. Signs and symbols can maximize the amount of information we can add in a map. Full stop. Symbols are also used in case the person looking at the map doesn't know the language. So we have completed question number 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to repeat the answer once again. For question number 3, a symbol represents a specific feature or an object on topographical sheets. Full stop. Signs and symbols can maximize the amount of information we can add in a map. Full stop. Symbols are also useful in case the person looking at the map doesn't know the language. Full stop. So 1, 2, 3 we have already done, and we'll come to question number E. First question: what is the use of topographical map? I'm going to tell you the answer. You can start the answer now. A topographical map is generally used as base map, as it helps to draw other types of maps. Full stop. Topo sheets are used by government agencies in urban planning, resource development and surveys. Full stop. Hikers and climbers use topo sheets to calculate the height of roads, hills and mountains. We'll come to question number 2. What are contour lines? We will get the answer. A contour lines connects places of equal elevation on a topo sheet. These lines show the height of the ground above or below the mean sea level. Once again, I am going to repeat the answer for question number 2. What are contour lines? A contour lines connects places of equal elevation on a topo sheet. These lines show the height of a ground above or below the mean sea level. Students, we will deal question number 3 now. What features are depicted using red color on a topo sheet? So it is given very clearly on page number 3. You see red is given there, and it indicates the different information. Question number 3, the answer I'm going to tell you. You can write grid lines bracket easting and northings bracket close, and their numbering, all roads melted and unmelted, cart, tracks, footpaths, settlements, huts and buildings are given in red. You can also write the answer like this: grid lines and their numbering, all roads, cart, tracks, footpaths, settlements, huts and buildings are given in red. So this is answer number 3. What feature are depicted using brown color on a map? The same page you can see brown, and you can write the answer. Different shades of brown are used to show relief features and elevation. Full stop. Contour lines and figures denoting the heights of a contour are also shown in brown. Full stop. Physical features such as sand hills, comma, sand dunes, and shifting sands are also depicted using brown color. So this will be the answer of question number 4. We'll come to question number 5. Write a note on map scale. So this is map scale. As you can see, page number 5 on your textbook, scale is given there. You can write the answer. Scale refers to relationship between the distance of a location on the map with actual distance on the ground. Full stop. It is a ratio of distance between two places on the map to their actual distance on the ground. Full stop. Scaling ensures that all objects on the ground are proportionally represented on the map. Full stop. It also helps calculate distance between two locations on the earth. So we'll come to the next question. Differentiate between the different types of scales used in maps. So you can start writing the answers. There are 3 ways to represent map scales. First, giving first point, representative fraction dash, you can write. In this type of scaling, the numerator represents the distance on the map and denominator represents distance on the ground. You can also write the formula RF equals to distance on the map by distance on the ground. Then you write point number 2, linear or graphical scale, and give dash. It is similar to a ruler. You start writing after giving dash. It is similar to a ruler. This consists of a straight line which is divided into lengths that represent given distance on the earth's surface. And you can write point number 3, verbal scale, giving dash. Verbal scales are also called statement scales. Here the map scale is described in words. Students, you have all heard the answer of question number E. Answer in a paragraph or two from question number 1 to 6. So hope this video will help you to write the question answers on your notebook. Please write the answers on your notebook and learn the answers so that it will be easy for you to write the first term examination in the school. You will be well prepared for the next coming examination. I will also explain the second chapter in my next video, and I will also tell you the question answer which you will write on your notebook. Once again, I want to just repeat, stay at home, stay healthy, and pray for everyone. You all are wonderful students. Thank you for listening very carefully, and hope I have helped you to write the answer. Hope I will get a good response from you when the school will reopen. You all will have written the question answer of chapter number 1. Thank you for listening once again. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.